Again, another little public disclaimer. If you don't like hearing about politics, don't listen any further. Go listen to a different video. Go do something else on the internet. Do not listen to what I have to say for the next 5 minutes or less, because we're going to talk about politics again. You may have probably forgotten this in the news, that there was this massive hurricane coming on the East Coast. And it was everything that was going to fill the news. It was going to be the Katrina for President Trump. And that's exactly what the media was hoping, that this would be Trump's Katrina. Because they were so delighted when Katrina ended up poisoning, and was the beginning of the poisoning of George W. Bush's presidency, showing his incompetency or his inadequacy or his indifference. Because that's always the thing that the Democrats portray, and the media is in lockstep with them, that somehow the Democrats are the party that cares. The Democrats, the party that enshrines butchering babies, that makes it a fundamental right to abort your child, that denies science more than anybody else, because why everybody else is celebrating baby showers and anticipating babies, the right to choosers are okay not making that choice, cloaking it behind language to legitimize infanticide. So you may not have heard about the hurricane anymore because a bigger story came up. And we know what that story was. That story was the Kavanaugh hearings. Because as bad as a hurricane is to bring down the presidency, if we can stop a Supreme Court nomination, it's infinitely more important. Why? Because we don't want somebody to take away the precious national right to abortion. Heaven forbid it be kicked back to the states and the states decide, where people with local decision-making powers can actually determine what the law is. Because the left loves the courts. The left loves imposing its will on you. Now the right can too. I won't deny that. But in this country right now, the people want to see their issues imposed on their citizens. The left is all about the courts doing that. Look at the whole issue of same-sex union. We had numerous states pass laws for that, and it was overturned by the Supreme Court. And that's another topic. We'll talk about that some other day, what I consider the pros and cons of that whole issue. But what was it? It was the courts. So this hurricane, massive, deadly, Trump's Katrina, gave way to the fact that all of a sudden the Democrats and the mainstream media thought they found a way to stop Trump's nominee. The Judge Kavanaugh, who has an impeccable record, they're now going as far back as they can to find some sort of allegations against him. College, high school, and nobody to lend credibility to any of these statements. That's how ridiculous it has become. And the left is so hoping it's going to work. I hope it doesn't work. I hope Kavanaugh is appointed. And I hope it's the beginning of the end of all these crazy accusations. If you're going to bring up some sort of accusation, have some facts to back it up. And the media, I can't stand them. They are the enemies of the people. They believe themselves to be the secular guardians of the truth, and they are the farthest thing from it. The media panders to their agenda, and I mean, here's the cabal that is trying to culturally govern the United States. It's the Democrats in Congress. It's the liberals with a stranglehold on higher education. It's the morons in Hollywood who think that entertainment somehow is the greatest value. And then it's the mainstream media who thinks that journalism is some noble profession, when probably 75 to 80% of it, maybe higher, is garbage, is regurgitating the points. You want to go have fun on YouTube? Go look up whenever a new talking point comes out. Everybody on the liberal network adopts it. I don't know if it comes through the Associated Press. I don't know what causes it. But all of a sudden, they're all using the same catchphrase. And they want to use that as a narrative, as a group thing. This is a new groupthink that we believe in and you believe in. I'm tired of it. I have no need for it. So hey, if you watched this, thanks. If you didn't like what you heard, don't watch anymore. Have a good day and God bless you. Goodbye.